Hey there, it's Amy, and I'm bringing you a little bonus episode of the podcast this week as I am recording actually from my hotel room in the city where my son attends college. As you know, we are new empty nesters this year, 2 grown kids already off the payroll, and then one that just started their first semester in college. So I am going to be bringing him home, and I don't know about you parents, but if you have a kid that's drivable to college and you get to pick them up and you get one-on-one time with them, I don't know about you, but it is time I cherish. I love it. Even though they're exhausted and, they probably just want to sit there and sleep, it is so nice just to have that time one-on-one with them. So I thought I'd come to you from my hotel room a couple hours before my kid ends class, before I hit the road home, and before my house becomes full for the holidays. There's a lot of anxiety around that as well, not only for the kids coming home, but for the parents. We've all transitioned into different parenting roles in different stages, and this is one of them. I had the opportunity to be on NBC News Daily a couple days ago with Kate Snow and Alan Gilchrist, and we talked about this very topic of having our bigs coming home for the holidays. And when you have a house full, how can we really prepare and bring that joy, that joy that we all want, and not that over planning and trying to execute too many things. So I wanted just to share with you a few reflections myself as we go into going from a house of just 2 into the Schmidt party of 5 coming up this next week. So, one thing that I have learned from doing this a couple times before is that when these kids come home for this particular break, if it's a short break, if it's Thanksgiving break like I'm talking about, I am able to have my kid come home, it is a short break. They're only home for a short period of time, and they honestly are so tired. They really just want to rest. So my first hint to you is to not overplan and have a bunch of things scheduled and have a welcoming committee at the door, because they just want to come in and at their own pace unravel, drop their laundry. So, pro tip here is to have an extra thing of laundry detergent around, but they really just want to come in and unravel at their own pace. For a lot of kids, for college students, this may be their first visit home since drop off, and they have a lot right now. They have been independent for these few months. They have been making their own decisions on what to eat, when to sleep, if they sleep, how to deal with sickness, how to, forge new friendships, how to develop relationships with their professors, how to get study skills that they need for college. And it is all a process. So they are coming home with a tremendous amount of baggage, to be honest, at this first break. And a lot of them, we know that these teens are living in a digital world. So they are looking at the highlights, the greatest hits of their friends at football games and fraternity and sorority parties and having all these new friends, and it looks like they're having a great time. When really, your kid might be the kid that is thinking, wow, are they homesick? Are they feeling a little lonely? Are they struggling with their calculus class? Because it's a lot different than getting an A in high school. So you know what? They are managing all of those feelings. So another pro tip from a parent that has been through this before: do not start questioning them. Rapid fire questions the minute they walk in the door. How are your grades? Who are your friends? Are you eating enough? Have you shaved? I mean, all of those things that we want to engage with and talk with them about. But you know what? Just put it on the back burner. Let them engage with you. Let them take the lead ropes on this, because you know what? The last thing they want to do is answer a bunch of questions. They are carrying so much stress at the moment. So I just want you to really think about and acknowledge the fact that don't set your expectations too high. You know what? Don't set them too high. And also another pro tip here is allow them to spend time with their friends. This really goes back to the part of our kids living in a digital world. They need these heart touch relationships. They need these conversations in person with their friends. So as much as you want to just hug them and not let them go for this time at home, allow them to be with their friends and have those talks about real life, because that's when kids get vulnerable and they actually talk about what's going on. So the kids really need to do that. My advice to you is, let them know ahead of time. So if they're not coming home until next week, give them a call this weekend and say, hey, what is it that you really want to accomplish when you're home this break? Are there some friends you want to see? What do you really need to schedule? And then also that gives you the door to open to say, hey, I really need you to be available for this. And you know what, we're having dinner at this time and I really need you to be there. So setting those expectations and setting those boundaries, making those parameters before they get home is so very important. And you know what, also schedule time with them. Say, hey, let's go grab a coffee. And then just the two of you go have coffee for, 20 minutes or an hour, whatever it is. And that allows you to engage and really start those conversations about things that are top of mind for you and probably top of mind for them. So as we, basically navigate these murky waters of parenting adult kids, it's challenging. It is for sure challenging. Kate asked me the other day on the show, she said, what if somebody's bringing home a guest, another young adult with them? How is that? And you know what? I referenced my mother-in-law. She was on my podcast a while ago, and you should really go back and listen to that episode. I'll link it to these episode notes for you. But, she said something so wise. She said, you know what? You just have to scoot your butt over and make a little bit more room on the couch, because it's so important to welcome them with open arms. Your son or daughter really cares about this person and wants to invite them into your home. So be gracious about that. And you know what? I think the best thing is engage in conversation, engage in storytelling, share some funny stories of Thanksgiving past, when you burned the turkey or when the oven fryer didn't work, or, that your mom always wore an apron. Those types of things are a great bridge to kind of gap that uncomfortable situation when somebody new is coming into the house for a holiday. So welcome them. Another thing that was brought up on the talk the other day when I was talking with Aaron and Kate, Aaron said, what about conflict? What if that happens? And, I think that this is something we need to really talk about as parents. And this is a transition for us. I say it often, we're tossing the lead ropes to our kids right now. They are making their own decisions. They are becoming their own people. And it is such a gift to sit back and watch them just blossom into this person, and also at the same time see glimpses of yourself in them. It's an amazing gift that you will see with your adult children, those relationships that you form. But there are going to be conflicts. There are going to be differences of opinions. And my advice to you as parents is master the art of listening. Master the art of listening. Listen more, talk less. I think we can learn so much from that. And listen to their point of view and respect their point of view, because it's so important. And, we live in such a divisive society. We live in such a society that is so data driven, algorithm driven, filter intraded driven, that it's really hard. So my advice, especially at this time when our young adults are emerging and blossoming into their own person and learning things about others and about themselves, is listen more and talk less. So I hope those hints will help you as you welcome your bigs home for the holidays. I am certainly looking so forward to it. Sitting here in my hotel room, I can't wait until he gives me that text and says, okay, Mom, I'm ready. And we get to drive home together. So I'll be welcoming in 3 of my adult kids, and my 3 adult kids, not just 3, my 3 adult kids, our 3 adult kids, and we can't wait. So I'm wishing you a wonderful holiday this next week. And of course, make sure you follow me at fearlesslyfacing50.com. I've got a new website up. It's really a lot of fun. A big shout out to Lauren, who is really the wizard behind that. I also have dropped some new podcast episodes, so you can listen to Fearlessly Facing 50. You can go to the website actually and listen to all 160 whatever episodes I have there and be encouraged and inspired. And you know what? We're about to launch. I'm very excited about this. Confidence is something that is at the heart of what I do. I feel that it's a muscle that we have to keep flexing and exercising throughout our journey. And really, there are 2 parts of confidence, and it's mind and body confidence. And I'm so excited to have my business partner, Kristen Cofield from The Culinary Cure, who she is with me on Better Than Gossip. We are launching a course to double your confidence. It's mind and body confidence. And if you're not healthy, you can't be your best confident self. I have learned this. I walk the walk, I talk the talk, and Kristen does the same. So we have come together and really created a wonderful course for you. So we will be launching that soon. So make sure that you stay tuned. And once again, Thanks so much for listening. Go forth and be awesome and enjoy these holidays. Don't take anything for granted, any time for granted. And you know what? For these bigs coming home from college, if you're like me and you're an empty nester and they're coming home, you are so ready for them to come home and they are so ready to come home. But you know what? They're also going to be ready to head back and you're going to be ready to send them back off. So with that, happy holidays and we'll be in touch soon.